happy is as simple as following the 7 spiritual laws of success this month. And we're going through each one.
Yeah, today it's all about the law of giving. So mindset expert Andrea Vallely from Spread Happy joining us again this morning. All right, so explain the law of giving for this guys in particular.
So last week we talked about the law of pure potentiality, which is quietening down the mind so that we can make room for something new. Hint, hint. The second law is the law of giving. So this really could be called the law of giving and receiving because we want to keep the flow going. And you all know, like you felt when you're in the flow, things are just going great. You're giving, you're receiving, everything's beautiful. We are a dynamic energy. There's a dynamic flow to life. So for instance, we have this in our body. You know, we have a blood flow. And if the blood clots, we've got a problem. So this is the same thing with us. We want to keep the energy going. It would be as if we got everybody from the television station together in a big circle, and I had a big giant bowl of love and compassion, and I started passing it along, and then someone was like hanging on to it. That would be a disaster because the other people would be missing out. So we want to
Except for that other person.
The one person that's holding on
to it.
They're hogging it. But you see how there's a dynamic flow, so we want to keep this going. So some people, they're in scarcity mode, and they're afraid to give because they're like, well, I don't have anything. You don't have to give anything monetary. You can give something like a gift. You can give compassion. You can give love. You can give your attention. You can give your time.
A smile.
Exactly.
What if you're just tapped out and you feel like you've given everything and you don't have anything else to give?
That's the time to go into the quiet. Remember, we talked a little bit about heart breathing before the segment because you just
during the commercial break.
That's a restart. You know what I mean? You just need time to settle down because everything happens up here, and we get attached to what's going on up here. But we want to keep this flow going, and that's why the law of pure potentiality comes in with taking that time to quiet down. So there's a couple things that we can do. First of all, my mom always taught me that when you go to somebody's house, you always bring a gift, right? The gift doesn't have to be something big. It can be a flower, it can be a card, it can be a note, it can be a poem. The second thing that you want to do is gratefully accept the gifts that are always in your life. So take some time to appreciate what's here naturally, appreciate nature, appreciate your friends, your family. Be in that space of appreciation. And the third thing is to silently wish everyone we come in contact with a blessing, like wish them love, wish them compassion, wish for them what you wish for yourself. So we're keeping this flow going. Instead of being afraid, a lot of times in relationships, we're afraid to give because they didn't do this for me, so I'm not going to do that for them. But what's happening is we're actually stopping the flow.
Yeah.
We're actually stopping the flow. And especially for women, like with accepting compliments, accept that compliment. Say thank you. You don't have to say, oh, this old rag, you know. Just say thank you. It's keeping that flow going. So that's the second spiritual law of success.
All right, and we're going to continue to talk about this coming up on Facebook Live with Andy and her husband Lee. So make sure you join us on Facebook Live at 10:15 this morning. All right, thanks, Andy.